Welcome to a night where the tropes of horror meet the ultimate buzzkill, mundane reality. Tonight, we see what happens when evil meets an awkward routine. Deep in the woods, at the end of a winding, forgotten road, stands a Victorian house. Its windows stare like empty eyes into the moonless night. Inside, time seems to crawl. Dust motes dance in the flickering orange glow of the fireplace while an ancient grandfather clock ticks with heavy precision. Meet Ellen. She is the picture of professional comfort, trying to unwind after a stressful day, completely unaware of the terrors gathering in the shadows. The silence is shattered by the sharp, rhythmic ring of a vintage rotary phone. Ellen jumps, her peaceful evening suddenly punctured by a sense of dread. A deep, menacing voice whispers through the line. "I'm watching you, Ellen." The voice is Douglas, and he thinks he is the star of this nightmare. But Douglas is more observant than scary. "That's a bold choice, wearing Banana Republic with an Ann Taylor skirt." He scoffs with a judgmental click. Before she can respond, the air shimmers, a translucent figure begins to manifest. It's a young boy, pale and hollow-eyed, clutching a tattered vintage kite. Ellen gasps and puts the phone on speaker. "Will you play with me?" The ghost whimpers. From the phone, Douglas yells, "Hey, I was here first." In an attempt to manage the chaos, Ellen takes charge. "Douglas, meet Ghost Boy. Ghost Boy, this is Douglas. He's currently stalking me via landline." The introductions are cut short by a violent pounding at the front door. The Victorian house shudders under the weight of a new, physical threat. Ellen opens the door to find the drifter a hulking man in filthy rags. He holds a blood-stained machete, but his eyes look surprisingly desperate. "My phone is dead," he rumbles. "Can I use your charger?" He shoves past her, his presence adding a layer of grime to the polished interior. Ellen, still on the floor, holds the phone up high. "Drifter, this is Douglas and the Ghost Boy. Everyone, can we please just stay calm?" What follows is a long, awkward debate. Douglas rants about seniority, the drifter complains about battery life, and the Ghost Boy begins to sob. Suddenly, the doorbell rings again. On the porch sits a mysterious wooden box. The drifter hands Ellen his machete. "Use this," he grunts. Ellen pries the lid open. Inside lies the tattered clown doll, its painted grin cracked and sinister. The air in the room grows freezing cold. She pulls the doll's string. A high-pitched cackle fills the air, and instantly, every light in the house plunges into an abyssal darkness. In the pitch black, screams erupt. It sounds like a massacre. Heavy breathing and the sound of wet, squelching movements echo through the void. The lights flicker back on, but there is no blood. There is no gore. There is only Ellen, hunched over, looking intensely into a small mirror. Ellen's thumb presses firmly against her quivering, wet eyeball. She's struggling to seat a contact lens, making a series of wet, sticky sounds. The drifter drops his machete, his face pale with horror. The Ghost Boy winces, shielding his eyes. Even Douglas is silent on the phone. That's just too much," Douglas mutters from the phone before hanging up with a loud click. The terror has been defeated by cringe. The Ghost Boy fades out, clutching his stomach as if he's about to be sick. He's seen enough horror for one afterlife. The drifter backs out of the house in a daze, leaving his machete behind. He decides that the woods are much safer than Ellen's living room. Ellen finally blinks, her vision clearing as the lens settles. She looks around the empty room, finally finding the peace she wanted. So remember, the next time a slasher or a spirit invades your home, just start your hygiene routine. Nothing scares evil like a little eye care.